Let me ask you something personal. When did you last walk out of a salon feeling like the most radiant woman in the room? Not relieved, not just okay with it, but genuinely, breathtakingly proud of what you saw in the mirror. If that memory is hard to find, stay with me. This video is about to change that. Here is what quietly happens to so many remarkable women in their 50s and beyond. We sit in that salon chair, and before the scissors even come out, we say the words that have been holding us back for years. Just keep it simple. Do what you always do. And that one sentence is costing us more than we realize. Because the usual has a name. It is round, it is stiff, it does not move when you walk, it does not catch the light when you step outside. Stylists call it safe. We're going to call it what it truly is, a cut that does the aging for you so nothing else has to. We invest in quality skincare, we choose our clothing with intention, and then we place a helmet-shaped haircut on top of all of that effort and wonder why something feels off. Here is the truth that nobody is telling you. Your hair is the one thing about your appearance you can completely transform in under an hour. And today on Ageless Elegance, we're walking through 3 cuts that do not just look current. They lift, they brighten, they turn heads, and they work specifically for the texture, volume, and structure of hair over 50. Stay until the very end because I'm saving the most important part for last. 3 exact questions to ask your stylist before she cuts a single strand. Those 3 questions will tell you immediately whether she truly understands your hair or whether she's about to give you the same cut she gives every woman your age. Are you ready? Let us get into it. Cut number 1, the architectural bob. If there is one cut I would place on every woman over 50, this is it. The architectural bob is not the soft, rounded bob your mother wore. It is sharper, it is cleaner, and it works like a non-surgical lift for your face with 0 recovery time. Here is the science behind why it works. As we age, gravity naturally pulls the features of our face downward. A blunt horizontal line sitting at the chin or just below the jawline creates a visual anchor. The eye reads that clean line and perceives the jaw as tighter and more defined. It is the same principle as a strong frame around a beautiful painting. The frame does not change the painting. It elevates how you see it. The ideal length sits right at the jawline or grazes the nape of the neck, no longer, no shorter. And here is a small detail with a big impact. Tucking one side behind the ear opens up the face and draws immediate attention to the cheekbones. Now here is what to watch for in the stylist chair. The moment she begins adding layers to the top of your bob, speak up. Layers on top lead to the poof. They lead to the mushroom shape. They lead to exactly what we are trying to leave behind. What you want instead is a blunt perimeter with internal weight removal. The outside edge stays thick and defined. The excess volume is quietly removed from underneath. The result is a bob that moves, sits beautifully, and reflects light in a way that makes your hair look healthier than it has in years. Styling this cut takes minutes. A flat iron to smooth the ends or turn them slightly under, and you are done. Blunt ends catch light far better than frayed or layered ones, which means your hair looks more vibrant and hydrated without any additional product. Cut number 2, the soft shag. If the architectural bob is precision, the soft shag is artistry. This cut has one remarkable ability that no other style can match. It distracts beautifully. When hair has movement, the eye follows that movement. It does not settle on fine lines. It does not linger on areas of concern. It stays with the flow and energy of your hair. And that, for women over 50, is a quiet kind of power. Traditional cuts given to women our age tend to be overly structured, too polished, too symmetrical. And symmetry, as it turns out, works against us because the moment a cut is perfectly even, it highlights every place where our face is not. The Soft Shag solves this with diagonal lines and deliberate movement. For face framing, ask for curtain bangs, not a blunt, heavy fringe. Curtain bangs begin at the bridge of the nose and sweep outward toward the cheekbones. They frame the face like a set of open curtains, drawing every eye directly to yours. They soften the forehead without hiding it. They are elegant, not youthful in a trying too hard way, elegant in a completely at ease way. If thinning at the crown is something you experience, the Soft Shag is your solution. Shorter layers at the crown create lift from within. The perimeter stays long, grazing the collarbone or resting just below it, but the internal structure gives the illusion of significantly more volume. One important note for the stylist: a shag must be cut at an angle, not straight across. Angled cuts create what are called shattered ends. They stack, they layer, and they make the hair appear twice as full as it actually is. Styling is effortless. Air dry with a small amount of salt spray or texturizing mousse. Scrunch lightly to activate the layers. A touch of dry shampoo keeps everything separated and lifted without stiffness. The result is a woman who looks like she simply woke up this way. And that effortlessness at any age is the most attractive thing in the world. Cut number 3, the Pixie Bob. We need to address something directly. Somewhere along the way, women over 50 were handed a very specific short haircut and told it was the responsible choice. Uniform length all around, tight to the head, set with product. That is not a style decision. That is a surrender. The Pixie Bob, sometimes called the Bixie, is what short hair was always meant to be for us. It is tapered and clean at the nape, which immediately showcases the neck and jawline, two of the most elegant parts of a woman's silhouette. And it is longer at the front, with a sweeping section that grazes the cheekbone and frames the face with intention. The difference between this and the outdated shortcut is simple. The older version was short in front and longer in the back. The Pixie Bob flips that entirely. Volume and length where your face needs framing, closeness and definition where your neck and jaw deserve to be seen. The secret to looking years younger with this cut is a single diagonal line, a long sweeping fringe that crosses the forehead and lands near the cheekbone, creates energy and direction. The eye follows a diagonal. It suggests movement. It suggests confidence. A circular cut simply sits there. This cut points directly to your eyes and says, "Look here." Ask for slightly disconnected layers on top. This gives natural height without hairspray or teasing. The hair supports itself. Your fingers can move through it freely. That touchable softness is the goal. Here is something wonderful about silver and gray hair in this cut. It is built for it. The natural texture and grit of gray hair gives this style exactly the structure it needs. Women half our age are buying expensive products to achieve what your hair produces naturally. This cut celebrates that. To style, work a small amount of cream or pomade through the fingertips and rake the hair forward and slightly to the side. That's it. The hair hugs the face, frames the eyes, and moves with you throughout the day. Before you book that appointment, pause right here, because I promised you something and I always keep my word on this channel. Here are 3 questions to ask your stylist before she begins. Write these down, save this video, or screenshot this moment, because these questions will protect you every single time. Question 1. How will this cut behave with my natural texture if I do not use a round brush or heat tools? Question 2. Where exactly will you create lift, and how will you prevent the bottom from becoming round or poofy? Question 3. How do we keep the ends looking defined and the body looking full without thinning shears? That third question matters deeply. Thinning shears, the ones with the jagged teeth, can create thousands of tiny broken ends throughout aging hair. On hair that already tends toward dryness or frizz, this creates a fuzzy halo instead of a polished finish. Ask your stylist to use the tips of straight shears instead, pointed into the hair at an angle. It gives texture with precision, not chaos. If your stylist answers those 3 questions with confidence and specificity, you are in excellent hands. If she hesitates, or worse, reaches immediately for the thinning shears anyway, you have learned something important about whether she truly sees you. Before we close, I want to say something that matters more than any haircut. You have spent years, possibly decades, choosing what is practical, what is low maintenance, what will not cause a fuss. This channel exists because you deserve more than that. You deserve a reflection that matches the woman you have become. Experienced, certain, unapologetic. A haircut is not vanity. It is the frame around everything you have built. The shift that happens when you walk out of a salon with a cut that truly suits you is not about appearance alone. It is in your posture. It is in the way you move through a room. It is in catching your reflection unexpectedly and feeling something warm instead of something tired. You have given enough of yourself to easy. It is time to choose extraordinary. Now I want to hear from you. Drop a comment below and tell me, which of these 3 cuts speaks to you most? The architectural bob, the soft shag, or the pixie bob? And if you have had a salon experience that gave you the cut we are trying to leave behind, tell me about it. This community is a safe and celebratory space, and your story might be exactly what another woman here needs to read today. If you are not yet part of the Ageless Elegance family, click that subscribe button now. Every week, we're here talking about style, confidence, and living boldly in this season of life. Because growing older is not a closing chapter. It is the one where you finally get to write exactly what you want. Go book that appointment. Take those 3 questions with you. And remember, you are not just getting a haircut. You are making a statement. See you in the next one.